What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for tuning in. Today we're talking about why we're getting rid of the 18 Silverado and going to talk about what we're going to be getting to next. But first, I did want to touch real quick on the new trailer I just bought for the side-by-side. If you missed my last upload, we bought a 2021 Polaris RZR S1000. The side-by-side is pretty sweet. The video kind of flopped, which I did not expect. I kind of thought it would do a lot better than when I introduced my DRZ to the channel. Either way, we were borrowing a trailer for the first couple trips out and then had to give that back, of course. So we bought our own. I know this isn't anything too crazy, no big car hauler, no big gooseneck or anything like that, but turns out in the area that I just bought a house, my parking's in the back of the house. It's on a hill. Neighbor has this fence here down at the bottom of the alleyway. The alleyway itself is kind of slim, kind of narrow. Anything like 18 foot or longer is going to drag going up the driveway or into the yard. Due to unpopular belief, running 33s on a 1500 with only a 2.5-inch lift still rubs. So I put the truck in reverse and crank the wheel. It's going to tear these black pieces off, and I'm not trying to do that. So I don't want to back the haters up, but the big wheels look cool, but they're not very functional about, you know, backing up trailers in the tight spots. So went with a single axle utility trailer. This guy is a 2021 SureTrack 6x12 steel side. This thing's pretty nice, triple tube tongue. They do a setback jack so I could put my tailgate down and not have to worry about the jack kind of denting my tailgate. Like I said, completely steel sides. I was going to get like a normal utility trailer, but I kind of thought the steel sides would be cool because we could kind of use it as a truck bed as well. So if I leave riding gear, fuel tanks, or anything on the deck of the trailer itself, it's not going to just blow away like a normal utility. So I thought this would be cool to get the steel side, and plus you got this top rail, this top tube that you can kind of tie down to anywhere, so which is nice. So LED lights all around. This is powder coated. We upgraded from the traditional steel wheels that come on these things to aluminum wheels, and we did the matching aluminum spare. Back here we have a full tube gate. That's a full 2x2 tube gate with a mesh face, and it is spring assisted. You can see the springs down there, and it does lay down flat. Inside the steel side, so inside the utility, you do see we got some D-rings to tie down the razor. And believe it or not, this little piece of tubing right there, that's where all the wires are underneath, running from the front of the trailer to the back for the back lights. SureTrack is one of the only brands that does this. They do not run all their lights underneath the trailer, whereas they actually run it inside that tube, so it's all protected wiring, which is cool too. So, and then we picked up a B&W adjustable ball mount with a flip over ball, so 2 5/16 on one side, 2-inch on the other. So nothing crazy. Like I said, no big gooseneck, no big car hauler, small single axle utility, but to be honest, that's all we need right now for the side-by-side and for the amount of property space parking that I have right now at my house. So all that being said, got to get this guy unhitched, and we'll go for a ride and we'll talk about why we're getting rid of this guy. Look at this thing. I can't believe I'm going to get rid of this. This does look really good. It's really dirty right now. Really dirty right now, but god dang, this looks good. Alright, so why we're getting rid of this guy right behind me, the truck that you guys have known to, well, the reason why you guys are primarily here, it's just because time is up. Time is up. I'm kind of bored with it, to be honest with you. I know you can do a lot of really cool things with these trucks. I would never slam it. I would never squat it. I'd go higher, but I really don't like the look of really big lifted half-ton trucks because it just kind of looks like you skipped leg day. Not for tires for sake, but like really skinny axles and stuff with I just don't like it. I don't like it. And then performance kind of really the bed a lot, and just not kind of feeling that. Performance ain't so well just on 33s and trying to tow stuff. So don't really want to do anything more crazy to this thing. So the biggest reason why I'm trying to get rid of this thing is because I never wanted this to begin with. I never wanted another half-ton gas truck, and I'm kind of a diesel enthusiast without ever having a diesel truck. Always something I've wanted. A lot of guys are saying, no, why would you do that? Gassers are coming back, and it has nothing to do with gassers coming back and being popular and stuff like that. It has nothing to do with that. It's just that I've always wanted to experience it and buy one and have it myself. I love the big HD 2500, 3500 look, the feel, the grunt, the turbo whistle, the engine braking, just the diesel performance aspect of the whole thing. That's what I want. And just like people saying no, don't do it, like if I told you not to ride a roller coaster because I said it sucks, you want to ride that roller coaster to see how you think it is. So I mean, if I get rid of this, go buy a diesel truck and hate it, then I could always go back. But I want to experience it through my feel, through my ownership, through my eyes. So that's that. So I never wanted this truck to begin with. This was never in the plan, never an agenda, never nothing. When I got rid of my Sonic to get back into the truck scene, to get back on YouTube, I was actually looking at older GM trucks. And older GM trucks, because I love the Duramax and the Allison combination, I was looking at anything 06.5 and up. So LBZ Duramax and up. Test drove a ton of them. It was great. They were awesome. Half of them were heavily modded. But then it turns out when you start to try to do financing for older trucks and for the cost that older diesel trucks still are, your payments end up being what it is for a brand new diesel truck. So that's exactly what we did. We went and test drove brand new diesel trucks, and there's one in particular I went and I got 100% finance for, and that was a 2018 crew cab, standard bed, midnight edition, 6.6 Duramax with an Allison transmission. It was like I did say 2018, yeah, 4-wheel drive, all that fun stuff. Love the truck, got 100% finance for the truck, and I just couldn't pull the trigger. I could not do it. I'm looking back now, I should have done it. I would have been fine, but I just couldn't do it. But I mean, then looking back, I ended up with this thing, which ended me up on this channel with you guys and the fans, and has opened up a lot of doors for me. So I am very appreciative. Everything does happen for a reason, but the time is now where it's just time to kind of drop this thing, move on to the next best, and here's why. All right, so like I said, time to move on from this one, get on to the next one. Right now is no better time. You know, I'm kind of done with modding out this one. Don't have anything more I really want to do. Kind of bored with it the way it is. I think it looks perfect the way it is, but it's time to now take it back and kind of move on. So time in my life, getting close to 30 years old. I'm 27. We just bought a house, just bought a side-by-side. It's time to buy a truck and just kind of move on with life, if you kind of catch my drift. So definitely looking for something with a crew cab. I only got a double cab in this thing, so definitely gonna need the space for, you know, families and family stuff. And you know, that's pretty much the big reason. Also a big reason, stupid thing for financial reasons, but like, I'm still a normal dude. I work a normal job. I do YouTube, but I don't live off of YouTube money. I don't make crazy YouTube money that I could be buying Dirty Max Jack trucks every single year, stuff like that. So now's the best time for me to buy one more brand new truck before family stuff and, you know, more life stuff happens, because I don't want to have a 4-year-old, a 3-year-old, 2-year-old, whatever, making stupid financial decisions, buying $60,000 trucks at that point. So I'd rather just buy one right now and start to get that process moving, you know, before that stuff happens, because I'm sure once children pop out, if they pop out, yeah, they definitely pop out. So I'm sure once that point happens, there's gonna be no buying trucks at that point, if I'm still like a normal dude, working a normal job, doing some YouTube stuff on the side. So it's just a good time to do it, basically. Again, with COVID, interest rates are low, trucks are pretty cheap, just like the houses. It works out pretty nicely. So the sad part is it won't be a 2020 Duramax, because they just look hideous. I hate the brand new Chevys. I hate the brand new GMs, which it's really hard because they look like crap off the lot. You got to put a lot of money into them to make them look any kind of decent. The brand new Illumiduties and the brand new Rams are freaking gorgeous right off the lot. You could drive them for a while if you don't have money for lift wheels and tires right away. So we're definitely not going to go the GM way. So we're kind of shying away, which is really sad, because the 15 LML up to the original 2019 L5P I think is the best body style GM's ever put on the GMCs and the Chevy trucks. Should have bought a brand new one right there, because they legit the best body style, and I'm a GM diehard fan. I love the Duramax and the Allison, but I want to buy another brand new truck, and I am not buying a 2020. So Couple of the reasons why I want to shy away from GM for the next build, just because I've owned Chevys literally since I've been 15 years old and started driving. I'm 27 now, so I've had a GM vehicle in my possession at least for the last 12, 13 years. I just kind of want to move on, do a little bit different stuff, if you will. The new interiors of the 2020s I think are hideous. Like, this is still a pretty nice interior. Like, I'm pretty sure the new trucks even have smaller screens than what I have now, which is insane. And I just think the brand new interiors look pretty bare, even compared to what I have here. These are much nicer than, like, I've sat in brand new Denali's, 2020 Denali's. I just think they are cheap. They for 70 G's, you're not getting a whole lot of nice stuff. So another reason, I'm trying to get away from this whole square wheel well thing to fit big wheels. They did update the new body styles. They're not as square as they are now, but I'm sick of that. Still, you buy a brand new 2500 GMC or Chevy, you're fitting a 33 on it, maybe, nothing bigger. You buy a brand new Illumiduty or a brand new Ram, put a little leveling kit on it, you fit a 35 beautifully. So that's a big one too. I like that. And being in this vicinity, I'm sick of, I don't know if you could see, I'm sick of this felt fender liner that come on GM trucks. Now I know you could buy plastic ones and change that out, but I just hate from the factory these things still come with felt fender liners, and the 2020s are the exact same. Another reason, which you probably can't tell right now because the truck's filthy, is the paint. I don't know how many videos I've done about the paint quality of these trucks. Yeah, you can't see now because of all the mud. But the paint quality of these trucks suck. Yeah, wide wheels, of course, you're going to throw rocks and chip paint, but it's not just that. It's all over the hood. And I don't tailgate people. It's all over legit everywhere. The mirrors, everything's paint chipped. And the truck's only 2 years old and has less than 30, well, I guess it has like 32,000 miles on it. And it's not just me. I get so many comments on my videos backing up my thing saying like, hey dude, paint sucks on these trucks. So those are some of the reasons why I don't want to go with another GM truck anyways, other than the fact that they are butt ugly now. And then the big problem with half-ton trucks is they're not built like they used to be. They're way much more small now. They're way more fuel efficient, but in return, they're not built for work at all. You can't throw a pallet of anything in the back of a half-ton truck and not have that thing squat and drag the freaking ground the whole time. And everything now with the EPA standards of AFM, like the V4 mode, I'm sick of that stuff. I don't want to have to, you're not keeping one of these for 10 years without having any kind of lifter failures, oil consumption, like stupid stuff like that. And then all the new trucks, 2019 and up, and all in, like, you know, Ram 1500, Ford F-150, Chevy and GMC 1500s, they have like the auto stop and auto start thing. Every time you stop for a stop sign or a red light, the truck shuts off. And I'm not down with that. I don't want that. I want a real truck. So that kind of leaves the burning question of, well, John, what you're gonna get? And I really don't know. I am leaning one way more towards the other. I'm not gonna tell you which way it is yet. I wanna see your guys' opinion. So it's either gonna be a brand new Illumiduty. I love the Illumiduties. I love the big OLED C lights up in the front grille. I think that looks really mean. I love the interiors of the new Illumiduties. I love the 10-speed transmission that they worked on with GM for the new Illumiduties, the 6.7's RIP. I just love the look. I love the body lines. It's very rigid and rugged. Same with the interior. And I love the sound of them when they're tuned and deleted. And I actually do like the aluminum body panels. When I did the review, the video on 2019, I believe, Illumiduty, it was nice. The doors were super easy to close. Everything's lightweight. It was actually kind of nice. So I love the Illumiduties for that stuff, but the problem is they're crazy expensive right now and you can't find them. So that kind of leaves me with Ram. Now I never really cared for the old Rams. I thought they were just way too big and looked like a big beluga whale. But the new Rams, the new 2020 Rams look really nice. And I just think they're smooth. I mean, they got no body lines whatsoever. It's just a big, smooth looking truck. You could debadge those things and it'll make it just look so good for a set of wheels and tires on it. That truck looks good. I think they have the best looking interior, the best comforting. It's a comfortable interior, I believe. The 6.7 Cummins, that's a proven motor. They've definitely built up the 68 FRE transmission a lot, so it can handle a lot more power than they used to, so that'd be kind of fun to mess with too. I do wish they had something other than just a 6-speed transmission as well, because Ford and GM have the 10 speeds and I hear great things about them, so I don't know. What do you guys think? What would you go with next? So I know I'm going to lose a lot of you guys because I'm going to be kind of bumping up at some point. It's not going to be like next week. It's definitely not going to be next week. I still have content on this truck to film. Like next week, we're going to be talking about, we're going to do more or less like a 30,000 mile review on the Apparel Trailblade tires. I want to do still a review on the MotoFab leveling kit, how it's held up over 30,000 miles. There's still a lot to go on this, and I mean, we will be taking it apart slowly, but right now the truck's still here. It's still in my possession. We're still going to make content and videos on it. But what would you guys do next? So I'm definitely going to get something soon. The quicker this comes apart and back to stock is probably the quicker we'll be getting a new truck on the channel. Yeah, I'm excited to see what's going to happen next. So I think I covered everything I wanted to cover. Like the video if you haven't already. Subscribe, join the family, join the builds and the upcoming ones. Check out Motivated merch if you haven't already. Been slacking on that, I'm not gonna lie, but it's been busy. Adulting's been hard. So all that being said, thank you guys. I'll see y'all next week. Peace.